All right, welcome in, welcome in. We are a little early because I wanted to test the stream. So we tried to do this Tuesday and it was not cooperating at all. Like the stream was completely locked up. So I wanted to see if we could do the weekly challenge solo. I wanted to see if it was just a one-off, if it was just an oopsie. So if it still locks up, then I'm probably going to end this part of the stream, record it normal, and then upload it. It'll still be part of the VOD, even though it's not technically streamed if I stop the stream, but it'll be there. But regardless of whether I stop or not, I will be back at 7:30 to play Orwell too. So that's the plan for today. Like, it looks okay right now. I had a little bit of an encoding error just a second ago, but I don't know. Maybe it's okay. We'll see when we get into the high school. But anyways, so just as a refresher, this is the missed delivery challenge. We didn't receive our full equipment delivery this week, so you won't have everything you might need. This challenge sucks. Like, it was not fun on Tuesday. We did 2 rounds. Even though I was having technical issues, we did 2 rounds, and it was horrible. We did not identify the ghost correctly one time. So I'm going to see how well I can do solo. I'm probably going to have a hard time locating the ghost. But we're going to pull out all the tricks. Hopefully, the technology will cooperate and it will be fine. But let's go ahead and hop in and see how this goes. So I know high school is one of the bigger maps. So yeah, like it has just a tiny bit of issue when it's loading stuff in. But then, like right now, it's okay. So we'll see.
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby.
Okay. So the good thing about being solo is I don't have to share my equipment with anyone. So this will be nice. I can just have all of the equipment for myself. And it looks like the breaker is under the stairs on the left side. Now, it is kind of terrible tier 1 gear, so we will have to deal with that. But hopefully it will be fine. We will see. Give us a sign. Where are you? I don't even know where... I know the cursed objects are like somewhere in this area, in this front room, but I don't know where each one is in the front room. Give us a sign. Where are you? Alright, we'll get the breaker on. That'll help a little. I kind of want to maybe go get a sound sensor. I want to get the 2 downstairs hallway lights on, I think, for the main hallway. And then maybe... It's on this side, isn't it? Right here. And then maybe get... We only have like 1 sound sensor, so we might have to move it back and forth a bit. I don't know. I don't know what the best way to try and find the ghost is. We'll just have to see, because this place is huge. Alright. I think I might do that. I'm gonna... Oh, we have the mirror. But the mirror is not really gonna help because everything looks the same, right? It would be good for dropping sanity, but... I'm just gonna leave my stuff, like, right here. And then I'm going to head out here. And we're going to get, what do we want? Well, you know, one thing I could do, it's kind of cheating, but we might get lucky with some orbs. That is one trick we could try. Because there's like 15 cameras going. And we have caught orbs on these cameras before. It's not super common because usually the ghost is in a room, not a hallway. But it has happened. And either way, you know, might not be the worst idea. But it doesn't appear like this is going to... Oh, these are outside cameras. Yeah, those are outside. All right, so we'll get a sound sensor. Maybe we take a pair mic too. We're definitely getting some activity. All right, so I think we will put our first pair mic down the left hallway. I wish we had better than tier 1 equipment. All right. So it does look like the video is just not cooperating. I really wish I knew what it was. Because this is correct. That's what it should be. I could turn this down, I suppose. Or even just off, I suppose. And see if that helps. I don't know. I mean, visually, the game is working just fine. But it does appear laggy. Like in OBS, it looks just fine. I think. I don't know. I think, let me think. Okay, let's see. I think I might restart it. Let me see if I can fix this. Let's see. Let's look and see. I'm totally asking ChatGPT what to do. Let's see. None of these are really helpful answers. Let's see. Let me look. I may have to restart this stream. Okay, so we're not ending the stream. I'm just going to stop the input for a few minutes while I set this up. I think if it ends up misbehaving, then I might have to stop the stream. But I will be right back in just a moment. Let me see if this works. So it's gonna go blank for a minute, and then I'll be right back. Okay. So I have tweaked a few things. Let's see if this works a little bit better. It already seems to be behaving well from what I can tell. So we're gonna give this a try. Hopefully it will be fine. I'm just trying to make sure that Twitch comes back. Let's see. Are we back on Twitch now? I think it should be. Let's just make sure. Okay, good. So it is back as well. And it seems to be good, hopefully. All right, yeah. So that looks a lot better. So I don't know if some setting got changed somewhere. Oh, I don't know why, but sometimes when you do upgrades, they just like reset all of your beautiful settings back to like default values that don't work. And then you have to like figure it all out. But anyways, let's get in there. All right, so we've got hair mic. Let's see if we can find this go. So we want to set up our sound sensor over here on this side. Give us a sign. Where are you? Give us a sign. Now it's not going to be great because it's tier 1. But we'll try it. See if I hear anything. So far, nothing. Now, the ghost was active. So I don't know necessarily what that means for us. But we'll go ahead and head out here and see if we pick anything up. This is not the best way to find the ghost, I'm sure. But it's the way that we have. Alright, so that is so... How big can we make this? Okay, so we can make it a little bigger. That's not going to help us find the ghost. at all. That's horrendous. We gotta find the ghost in a different way. Could try this. What else could we do? What would be an effective way? I guess. Now you have to be kind of close for EMF. Maybe we try paramic and the video camera, just in case we might come across, you know, we think we hear something. All right. I honestly haven't heard anything on the left side, so we're going to try the right side to the stairs, and then we'll head up. Give us a sign. Where are you? Nothing. Where are you? Okay. The ghost is somewhere over here. Give us a sign. Where exactly was that? Thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate that. We have orbs. All right. Awesome. I will be right back, Mr. Ghost. Awesome. I mean, when the ghost cooperates, the ghost cooperates. Also, not a mare. I mean, I'm not gonna turn away a gift horse, you know, like, they wanna turn the light on for me, I'll take it. Let's get some evidence in there. I didn't even have to use that stinky mirror. Alright, so we've got thermometer and EMF here. I want to grab book and probably the thermometer. I'll go ahead and grab the dots, just toss them in the ground. Well, no, I'll grab that. Well, actually, book and spare box, because we got to do that in the dark. That'll be the best play, I think. We gotta conserve our sanity since we have limited gear. I do want to come back for that thermometer, though. So many things I could do. We do have orbs, though. Could be a mimic. I'm glad we checked this side. So maybe that's the play from now on. We just, like, get the breaker on and then just chill for a while the ghost gets frustrated that we're ignoring him. And then we come in and we're like, hey, who's here? All right. Well, you were at the desk turning on the light, so let's give you a book. We'll go ahead and turn this off. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you near? How old are you? Where are you? How old are you? Okay, we got spirit box. All right. Hey, Knight, welcome in. You might lose power. That's true. So we may lose power. But if we do, you know, we will make do. Also, it looked like that locker was rumbling. So, we'll do the best we can. Maybe we can find this ghost before we lose power. We'll go ahead and get these in, because thermometer, it was cold breath. Figure you'd warn me? Yeah. I've had that in the back of my mind, you know, storms being what they are. But hopefully it won't be too bad. Also, let's see if this is a freezing ghost. Have we written anything? We have not. Let's just leave that here for you. We got any EMF here? All right. We're just gonna leave that there, and then we're gonna head out so I can see what we have. We've gotten 2 pieces of evidence. Could be mimic if we get UV and let's see, what's the other mimic evidence? Freezing, right? Freezing and UV. Could be, I think, on Rio if we just get freezing. Let's see. Okay, so cannot be more Moroi, which is what I was concerned about. Could be Onryo, could be yokai, could be mimic. So we're down to 3 potential ghosts. We're already doing really well on this challenge, just given that information. Haven't seen any EMF spikes. Let's get this in and this in. Because thermometer's already in there to check for freezing. And dots. Dots is yokai. We'll get that in also. Did you turn the breaker off? You turned the breaker off. Okay. Well, that's fine. We will get it turned back on. Because I need that light on. Need to be able to see. But thank you for, you know, I appreciate your power conservation efforts. You know, you're trying to save some electricity. It's a big school. You don't want all the lights on. I get it. I get it. Really, I do. But I really think it's going to be okay, my guy. You don't have to worry about it. It's interesting. As far as, like, the bigger maps go, like, if you gave me a choice between high school or prison, I would probably choose high school because I actually am somewhat familiar with this map. I still can get a little bit turned around, but it's nice because it's just laid out in a pattern. So I don't mind that. Oh, whoops. This is what I mean by sometimes I can get a little turned around. Alright. Can we get some salt here? Alright, how are... Okay, so no UV. Alright. How is our temperature doing? It's not freezing. Probably gonna be a yokai then. I will get the dots and a smudge just to confirm it. Only getting the smudge in case we spend a little bit longer in the dark than we expect. The good thing is it's solo, so we lose less sanity. I think this challenge, you should either do solo or with a full team, because as soon as you get that second person in there, unless there's something that I'm not familiar with, I don't think it scales. Like, I think it's either solo or not solo. So if you are gonna lose sanity, you're gonna lose it like you had a full team, I believe. And on a map this big with as little gear as we have, you might as well just have a full team. You'd find the ghost faster, you'd be able to transport in things faster. Like, when we tried this with a full team, we could all take 3 items, so we basically could get everything in here in no time at all. But with only one person, this is what, my 4th or 5th trip back to the truck to get equipment. So, alright, let us see if you are a yokai. Can we get some dots? Dots, please? How about some dots? Supposedly, if you're holding the tier 1 dots, I heard, I don't know because I haven't heard anyone say it lately, but I heard that the ghost is supposed to be more likely to wander towards you so you could pick it up on the dots, as opposed to, like, if you just set it down. I don't know if that's true for sure. Oh, there we go. Hello, Mr. Yokai. Alright, we're out. We have round 1 under our belt. It's time to send this one back and see how we do. Alright. Ought to be a yokai because we got dots and we got spirit box, which that's kind of lucky that we didn't get hunted then with a yokai. They could have hunted us because I think we were below 80% at the time when we got it. I think the yokai can hunt if you speak around it, or maybe not. I mean, we are just now at 70%, so But it should be a yokai, so it's time to call it in. I have absolutely no desire to do objectives because this map is not, this is not what I'm doing, not with this gear set. If I had all the gear, maybe, but there is round one. All right. Now it's time for round two. Let's head back to the high school. Hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll find the ghost just as quickly then, or this time, as we did then. That would be nice. So I think what we want to bring in, let me think. So the paramedic did help before. And I guess we'll go with the camera. So this will be like our go-to thing. The breaker's in the same spot. All right. So we head in. It's foggy weather. Nice. All right. We head in, get the breaker on, and listen. We'll see if we hear anything. Do we hear anything from the ghost? It's not mirror this time. Must be like a random cursed object. Give us a sign. That door is open. I'm going to close it. Ambient noise. Give us a sign. I don't know if that works. I've heard talking to the ghost like that works, and I've seen people do it, so I assume it works, but you know. Where are you? Those are closed. I'm just going to kind of go around, make sure all the doors are closed that can be closed. Give us a sign. And if they're not closed, you know, when we do a once around, now the power is on. We'll make sure like kind of all the doors are closed. If they're not, we'll give them a close, because that way when we come back around. Wait, did I hear something? Give us a sign. I swear I thought I heard something. Like a distant throw. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, if we come back around and anything is open after we've closed it, then we'll know something fishy is going on. Alright, so all this is closed. I think this is the gym. Yeah, this is the gym. Give us a sign. We're just going to go straight across, basically. Again, I thought I heard something. Where are you? Give us a sign. Ambient. I wish we had better than the tier 1. That's going to make this process more painful. Also, it seems cold in this area. I don't know why. Alright. Those are all closed, right? I didn't actually look. Let me see. Oh, this one's open. Where are you? Let's make sure. Okay, so now everything is closed this way. We need to head this way and see. I think there should be a light to turn on this hallway. But it's probably at the other corner. Where are you? It feels like it's going to be on the bottom, but I really don't know. Give us a sign. Okay, those are closed. And then I think everything here. Where are you? I don't see anything. No immediate cold breath. We do have quite a few doors that are ajar here. Where are you? Man, we had a poltergeist in that room once. I think that poltergeist had to be the most sad ghost of all time. Because there's like nothing to throw in that room at all. Alright. If it's downstairs, I'm not hearing anything. Let's try upstairs. And then we'll do a once around with maybe, I don't know, maybe the thermometer. Where are you? Give us a sign. Make sure these doors are closed. Yes, okay. I'm trying to be as observant as I can. This ghost is not as look at me as our last ghost was. Where are you? Or if they are, we just haven't gotten lucky. Where are you? Give us a sign. So far, nothing. Now we go through here. I think there's a science lab upstairs, right? Like, this is a big open area. It used to confuse me a whole bunch. But I think it makes sense now. Like, it should. Unless I missed my turn because of tier 1 gear. Yeah, it should open up here. We can continue on. Give us a sign. Bunch of nothing here. That's what we're getting. Give us a sign. I see nothing. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this light on. Oh, we don't want that light on. What about this one? Yeah, that's the one we want. Alright. And then this is... Alright, so this should be all the lights we need. Give us a sign. Where are you? That's like basically the main hallway lights. And if there are other lights... the other lights are basically... Where are you? I see no cold breath. And we can also go out to the truck too and see what kind of EMF activity we're getting. See if we've got a very passive ghost or like a crazy active ghost. And then this one is open. Where are you? Okay. Hopefully. I don't know if there's any doors here or not. This is that big open area again that we were on the other side of. Alright, but now we got lights on, we can see. And then randomly all the lights will go off because we get hunted. That would be like the absolute worst. I don't know. I didn't hear anything upstairs. I thought I heard stuff downstairs. So I think we might try downstairs. Because this doesn't seem to be very productive as far as finding the ghost. Let's head down and turn this light out. Save us a light switch, at least. Alright, so we're going to go deposit this at the front door. And then I'm going to check out the EMF chart. And we're going to see what, if any, kind of activity we're getting. Alright, so let's go see what we might be getting. And then we'll grab the thermometer for our second round. Although I think we might limit it to... Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I was getting a feel of. Like, not very active. And I guess we'll do this again, but I assume we're not going to see anything. Because I don't know that you can have... You could have a gym ghost. And we have seen orbs there, but... Usually these are only useful for if you're trying to track the ghost when it's hunting and you're on like multiplayer. But, you know, sometimes you get lucky. I feel like it doesn't hurt to at least look. These are the outside ones. Alright. And then we've already got the rest of them set to night vision. Okay. I didn't see any orbs on that flip through. Alright. So maybe we go peek into the rooms. We do have the thermometer. We can just throw it down if we see a room with cold breath. Give us a sign. We'll just listen. Alright. There we go. Let's see, any orbs? No cold breath either. Hopefully it'll be fine. I mean, this is, I mean, I have to say this is a bit tedious. Maybe third round we will attempt to play with a cursed object, although I don't know how well that will go. But we can see. Give us a sign. I'm not seeing any kind of cold breath, so either the ghost is a warm ghost or we're nowhere near him. Give us a sign. Alright. Ghost hasn't turned out the power. That is one thing to keep in mind. Not seeing anything, or hearing anything for that matter. Supposedly the ghost is doing stuff, but where are you? My hand is like so shaky on this camera. I don't see anything there. This has got to be the slowest. Wait. Okay. Let's see. Was that a hunt or was that a breaker? We'll find out. It was a breaker. Alright, so not a djinn. Good to know. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? Not a mare. Okay. So why not a mare? Because the breaker tripped. It wasn't turned off. It tripped because too many lights were on. Alright. Well, not a mare then. We continue on the search. I thought at first, the reason I was like, what's going on? I thought at first maybe it had hunted and the power was off because of that, but because the light switches were actually turned off, which can only happen, well, obviously it can happen if the ghost turns them off, but all the lights were out, so there's no way that was the ghost. It can happen if the ghost hunts. After the hunt, they'll turn off. Or it can happen if you trip the breaker. And since I wasn't turning any lights on, that means the ghost had to have turned on a light. And in the process, tripped a breaker. So, since it's not a mare, maybe we'll like end up checking out one of these rooms. And it'll be like, oh hey, you turned on the light for me. How nice. I'm going to go down this hallway instead of going down the back hallway. I mean, maybe we're missing the ghost by doing that, but there's not a whole lot back there. It's mostly like empty space. I think there might be a room or two. Not really worth me dealing with it. I am going to turn the lights on though. Alright, so this is where we started looking. And then we'll get this light. Well, let me look in the gym real fast. I don't think it's the gym, but it could be. It is a pretty big room. I don't see any cold breath. I don't see any orbs. So I'm going to assume it's not the gym. Now, we could just be super unlucky and have, like, the worst scare possible for this. Where are you? Thought I heard something is why I'm like... You know, it's got to be down this branch, because this is not the first time I've felt like I've heard something. And it's both times been, like, down this area. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Still no cold breath. Where are you? Give us a sign. This has got to be the longest time to find a ghost, like, ever. This is why this challenge can be super painful. Let's go down this side first, because it's less distance. It's going to end up being, like, the last place we look, isn't it? Yeah, still don't see anything. Where are you? Give us a sign. Come on. Where are you? Give us a sign. It would be nice if it was in a classroom and it, like, rang a phone. The fact that it's not doing any of that makes me wonder if it's somewhere where it can't. Like, if the ghost room is a room with nothing in it. But I'm not seeing, like, any cold temperatures or anything. Man. What's this room? Another classroom? That plant scared me. I thought it was... Hello? Okay, the ghost is near here. I keep hearing stuff. Where is this ghost? It's in here. We had closed this, right? Is it in here? Oh, man. No! Let me out! No! You booty. Okay, yes, it's in here. Alright. I don't see any orbs, though. It must have turned on that lamp. I bet that's what it was. Alright, so we're, like, on the back of the right side of the school. We can do that. I think we're on the right side of the school, aren't we? This is the front hallway? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, back of the right side. You know, I thought I heard something every single time we went there. I'm glad we finally found the ghost. That only took, like, 10,000 years. But now we can check our sanity, because it's probably not doing so great. It was like 80 before we went in there that time. I can't imagine that it's doing swimmingly right now. Especially not getting hit by that ghost event, which I was trying to avoid, but the door pulled, not pushed. Oh yeah, that's not good. We have 1 sanity. Okay, this is gonna make things a little difficult, although it does tell us stuff. Probably not one of the early hunters. I mean, because if they are, they just, like, completely ignored everything. All right, let's get a book in there, and let's get a spirit box in there. We got to be fast. I almost want to walk around to the back to preserve sanity. In fact, let's do that. We're going to take a stroll around the outside, because it's, like, right by that back door. I think we can get over. I'm actually not sure now that I think about it. We might not can get over there. We can get in this side door here. Maybe that's good enough, right? That saves us from having to walk down the hallway. We can't get to the back door, but this is still a lot better than going in and then going all the way down that hallway. Even though it's lit up, I think this is better. So let's get this in. We'll be able to check our temperature. I'm glad we closed all those doors. Okay. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? How old are you? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? My goodness. My goodness, sir. You have like, oh, we should check the thermometer now. Where is it? He's like very active now. Did I not bring the thermometer in? I thought I did. Maybe not. I swear I did. I've got the book. Book's right here. Oh, I brought the camera in. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get out. Did I leave the thermometer at the front? I may have left it at the front. All right, so we go out through this door. We got a spirit box, so we definitely need to check our sanity, because it could be a Moroi. I did not see orbs, though. We may have to check again. I think he threw my camera off. That's what I brought in the first time, is I brought in... I swear I thought I had the thermometer. If I don't have it here, then I'm definitely gonna have to find it, but yeah. Let's see, what is our... Is that Moroi? Is that low enough? What else would it be? Ghost riding and freezing. Okay. Well, how is our camera doing? That'd be camera 16, because there's only 15 cameras here. Yeah, so it's just sitting there at the side there. It got knocked over. That's great. Okay. I really kind of feel like I want to bring this, because I'm going to die. But I think also we bring a dots. I do want to peek in the front door, though, just to see. Because if the thermometer is like right here at the front door and I'm just being silly, what all do I got there? I've got the pear mic. I think that's the only thing I've got there. I think I took the rest out, right? Okay, so we were at like, what, 65% sanity? The reason I'm thinking Moroi is because we were almost, I thought we were over 70. And just walking in the lighted hallway, I wouldn't have thought would have drained us that much. But walking out with a Moroi curse might have. We'll know this time. If we go out and it's like 50, then yeah, because this is like super lit up. Also, we have our smudge. So we'll see. Hopefully, we will survive. Wait, was it not that door? No. I think it was. He closed the door. Wait, it was this door, right? Wasn't it? Maybe not. Must be down further. Oh, it's this one. My bad. Do we have any writing? Is that writing? I think it is. I think we very well might have a Moroi curse. And I can't find my thermo. Alright. Let's, where's the camera even? It's like completely who knows where. Got thrown all over. Alright, let's head out. This should definitely not have drained our sanity very much. But if we had the Moroi curse, it totally would have. I think that was writing. It's really hard to tell with like the tier 1 book. Tier 1 book, looking at it with the tier 1 flashlight, I might have to actually take it out to the truck to be able to see, you know? Alright. Moment of truth. Was it a Moroi? We'll know by... Well, we won't know... We'll either know for sure or we'll have questions. Let's see. Okay, so probably not then. I think that was writing. Okay, maybe we leave... I'm going to regret this decision, but maybe we leave that here so we can check for UV. Right? I don't know where my thermometer went. It's got to be in there somewhere. I'm going to end up missing a piece of evidence because I cannot find it. I think, like... I feel like they ought to glow a little so you can find them in the pile of garbage that is the school. Oh well. If it was writing, and we don't know for sure it is, Spirit, Pulte, Moroi, Dio. I mean, it'd be nice if it was a Dio, but I'm not holding my breath. Alright. Hopefully I can find my thermometer, though. Let's just get down to the end of the hallway and see. Yeah, I would really regret if it was a Dio right here because I'm not in a looping area. Alright. Can we get some salt? And maybe see... Where is my thermo? I swear I had one. And where is my camera for that matter? Should just start picking random stuff up. Now the ghost is not going to step anywhere. Okay, so no UV. Alright. Where's the thermo? Oh, that was just a ghost event. That scared me so bad. Oh man, that freaked me out. I was like, I'm a dead. It's actually a Moroi, and I'm a dead. However, we do have some more intel. And I'm going to get out to the truck and check out my sanity. Because again, we weren't in there for very long. And plus I feel naked without my smudge. So, you know, there's that. And we have all the evidence items in there. I just can't find them. Alright, so. He broke the light even though there's like no light switch. That still seems like an awful lot. I'm really wishing I could figure out how this is positioned. Like, I just cannot tell what that's supposed to be. Alright, we did not see orbs. We did not get UV. Spirit, Moroi, Dio. I really haven't seen... Alright. I have not seen any kind of activity. So we're at like 55%. I feel like if it's... Could it be a spirit? Spirit would be what? Spirit would be EMF. I haven't seen EMF. I feel like it's a choice between a Moroi and a Dio. Did I drop the thermo here somewhere? I don't think so. Alright, how about this? Instead of going back to the ghost room, we go hang out. Well, no, I guess we could go to the ghost room. I was going to say we go hang out on the other side. What even is the cursed object, I wonder? We could look at that and see where it's at. Oh, it's the Ouija board. Okay. Okay. Why am I hanging out in here? Because I'm curious how much my sanity will drop. I just don't think it drops that fast. So I was at like 55. If I'm at like 50 now, I'm really inclined to think it's a Moroi. Okay, so probably not a Moroi then. Is it a Dio? Am I gonna have done all this work and it's actually a Dio? Do we know for sure? I need to find my thermo, and I need to find my camera. We have all of our evidence items in there, but I'm almost wondering, is it actually Mr. Dio? That would be really cool. I've got my smudge if it is, so I don't get cornered. So, we'll see. I kind of hope it is. That would be nice. Alright. Now, what... Okay, so it's obviously staring at tile. Where is it, though? And is there a thermometer in here somewhere that I just cannot find? Did I put it on the desk? Oh, he broke this light. Where? Excuse you. Okay, so now I'm in hunting range no matter what it is, so pretty sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here, and I'm pretty sure if it's a Moroi or a spirit, we'll be totally fine. I don't think it's a spirit. I haven't seen any EMF 5. Also, I want to look at the sanity chart. If we even get there. I feel like the fact that it's not hunting, and I think we're probably at hunting range, makes me think even more that it's a Dio. So, let's see. Oh yeah, we're totally at Dio hunting range. So this is easy. We just go in and we see. We're gonna go left. Does he find me? If yes, then Dio. And let's listen. He's either gonna find us or not. If we end up hearing nothing, then we'll know. But if I don't hear a Mach 10 truck coming at me, I want to have a bathroom available. Oh, it's hunting? Then we listen. It's not fighting me. Oh yeah, it totally is. Hello, Mr. Dio. Alright, it is a Dio. It's my buddy. Alright. Well, that was nice. It took him a while to get over there, though. That was surprising. Alright, let's get out of here. That should be Mr. Dio. That moment when you're uncertain and you hear them thump, 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 thumps. Alright, so we mark Dio. And we see. Was it a Dio? Now, I didn't see orbs, so I don't think there's any way it could be a mimic. But, I mean, we'll see. Everything seemed to... We escaped from a hunt. Nice. We didn't do motion sensor because we're not trying to do objectives. We're just trying to get the weekly done. Was it? It was. Alright. This is already going much better than the last time we tried it. So, I am very happy. Now, How are we gonna find the ghost this time? I don't want to have to spend like 10,000 years trying to find the ghost this time. So I'm a little nervous about this one. What do we do? Maybe we take a smudgeon. Where is our... It's on the right side this time? Alright. This is gonna suck. We have a blood moon, man. Man. Not fair. Alright, well, the ghosts are gonna be, like, even faster. So this is gonna be amazing. I don't even know what curse item... Oh, we've got Ouija board. Fine. Let's die. Where are you? EMF 5. Classroom, what? One, two. Goodbye. Alright. I don't know where classroom 1, 2 is, but we will certainly look that up. Because that cost me sanity. But we did get EMF 5 for it, so, you know. Yippee. Alright. Because I think normally you only get, like, the EMF only goes up, like, a little bit. So we're going to totally take this. Now, I'm going to look up a map of high school and see where classroom 12 is. Let's see. Phasmophobia, map, high school. Okay, let's see what we got. So we're just looking on the wiki at the image that they've got here. Classroom 12. Okay, so obviously first floor. Oh. Okay, so that's left front. Okay. If we're reading this right, it's right here. Okay. Hopefully that won't get us killed. But we're going to leave this here for right now and try and get some evidence in. What do we want to get in? Let's take the book and let's take these two in first. And actually, since it is... My goal for this is to try and figure out what the ghost is before we get hunted. Since it's like right here, we should be able to go in the store, which means we can preserve a ton of sanity. So this may have been super lucky. We'll see. I still got to turn the power on. You know what? Actually, I might do that first because we really need for it to warm up. Now, one of the downsides of it being a blood moon is we're going to drain sanity a lot faster. So, actually, you know what? I think used to be candles would, if you held a candle, you would preserve all your sanity. I think it doesn't preserve all your sanity now, but I think it does still help reduce the sanity drain. We're going to try it because we got all 3 evidences in this challenge. We don't need the candle for an on-Rio test. So let's just see if we can get that breaker on. And we will totally turn lights on as we go so that we can hopefully preserve what sanity we've got. Because we only had that one sanity potion, which we had to take because otherwise we were too close to hunting range for comfort. Alright, breaker is on. Now let's get out of here. And now we're hopefully preserving a little bit more sanity here. We will turn on that light also as we head out, since he's on that side, supposedly. Alright, and now we head out. And we'll grab our book. Alright, so let's grab our book and see if, in fact, this ghost is over on that side. So we have the breaker on. The temperature probably isn't going to warm up right away. But maybe we'll be able to tell a difference. We'll see. So it should be this classroom. Okay, yeah, we got the cold breath already. Okay, and we're gonna toss that down right there. All right, this might be doable, guys. A blood moon ghost on our last round. Man, what are the odds? Oh boy, we're on a race against the clock. Can we identify the ghost in time? I don't even need... I can actually use the tripod this time too, because we know where the ghost is. So that'll be nice. Let's do this, and let's go ahead and do the spirit box. Get that out of the way. 71. A Fae could hunt, which is scary. If we get hunted, we have a 50-50. It's a Fae or it's a demon. Or if we use the spirit box, it could be a yokai. So we'll just have to see. We'll look for orbs first to maybe narrow it down a bit. We also could tell a Fae from speed at this point. Oh man, so scary being on the blood moon. Alright, do we see orbs? Let's get the camera in right here. Can we drop it? Let me see. Do I see any orbs? I don't see any orbs. Let's check our... Where did I do with my thermo? It's right here. It is freezing. Alright. Actually, we already had EMF 5, didn't we? So, Twin Shade, Oni, or Jin. Okay. Okay. Oh, I totally forgot to do Spirit Box. Let's do that real fast. Because one of them could be Spirit Box, right? Twins would be Spirit Box. So, let's see. Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you far? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Okay. We got a ring right there. Leaning away from shade. We didn't get Spirit Box. It's possible it's Spirit Box and we just got unlucky. Because tier 1 sucks. But it's looking like Jin or Oni. We've already... Wait, we had a ghost... Or was that last round? I think that was last round. We had a ghost event right off the bat. We haven't had one yet. Alright, 72. We need... UV could be one of them, right? UV could be Jin. So let's try that. And we will probably have to confirm the EMF. But we'll figure out how to do that. I'm pretty sure we had EMF when I did the Ouija board, though. But we shall see. Alright, in we go. Maybe we can even turn the light on. Oh, okay. Never mind. Thank you. I appreciate it. No UV. Okay. No UV. Okay. Well then. No UV. So not a Jin. Oni would be what? Orbs don't matter. Oni would be dots. Twins would be Spirit Box, Ghost Riding. I'm leaning towards Oni. That's my guess right now. Let's see if we can't get us some dots. But that's kind of where it feels like it's going right now. Now, if it wasn't EMF 5, if we were wrong about that, Moroi, we'd have to have spirit box. So we're literally down to the same options. And probably it's not shade because just how active it is. Yeah, I feel like that's a definite EMF 5 because that goes from 0 all the way up to 5 and we didn't have a ghost event, which is the only way an EMF 4 could happen. So even though the chart is plus or minus 1, I feel like that's safe to say. All right. I think we grab that. All right. So we grab our smudge. And I think we got really lucky with this location of the ghost room on a blood moon of all things. Man, it's going to be crazy. We could always, like, get a hunt just to hear the speed once we identify the ghost, maybe. Hello, Mr. Ghosty. Can you come walk to my dots? I would appreciate it. Hello? Are you a dots ghost? Please? Dude. Some wild ghost activity. Come on. Can we get some dots? Please? It's going to be really hard to figure out a good place to put dots. We could try this. And then, like, drop that there. Alright, let's see if that does anything. I don't know that that's going to do any good. But I'm also really tempted to just say Oni and go. I feel like we didn't get spirit box. So that says no twins. We're not getting writing. Plus we're getting a crazy amount of ghost events. I'm not seeing any twinteractions. Let's go to camera 16. That actually is a really good shot of a dot setup. That's probably one of the best ones you're gonna get with tier 1 gear. So the question is, will we have an Oni and will he present himself in front of the camera? Because that was the little corner where he was hanging out. So maybe we'll just have to see. I'm also looking to see if, I'm not sure where I put the book, but it's possible. It could very well be a shade also. It just seems unlikely. I'm not really getting any dots though, so I'm starting to doubt. We may have to go back in there and try spirit box again and check on the book. I'm gonna give it just a little bit more to see if we can get a dots. Come on, 2 dots. Do it, please. You know you want to. Do dots. It's not gonna do dots. He's gonna do dots as soon as I turn around. Okay, so no dots. Let's try. I'm pretty sure we know it's EMF 5. Yeah, just then. That's another one. I wasn't even in the map and we got that. So definitely EMF 5. I think you can say that without a doubt. The main question now, and this crucifix probably isn't going to do diddly and squat because it's a tier 1 and that's a huge classroom and he can hunt from the back of the room. But sometimes you get lucky. If it's a shade, he won't be able to hunt for a while still. So there's that. Although I'm not really... I want to turn this light on the hallway. Let's turn this light on. Alright. Now we can at least see a little bit better in here. And since I'm not worried about this, let's go ahead and do this. Alright. Really, dude? Really, dude? Alright. Let's go check sanity. I think an Oni drains you like, what, 20% is what I've heard? What were we at? We were 70, I think. Let's go see. Or were we 60? I don't remember. Okay. I'm gonna just say it's an Oni, and we're gonna go. Because, okay. Well, actually, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? If I go in, you know, I did drop the crucifix. I'm gonna go, if I go in this way, and I go hide in the bathroom. And I'm totally gonna die, because the ghost is gonna be fast. I only have one smudge, and I'm not gonna make it out in time. This is probably the stupidest thing I could do. But because it's a blood moon, we have to. It's the call of the moon. Now, the question is, where is the bathroom? It's like a couple down here. Is it this one? Let's see. Is it this one? Yes. Alright. Now we turn the light on. And now we listen. I will do this. We will hear a blood moon ghost. My golly. And plus, if he doesn't hunt for like ever, it could be a shade. But if it was a shade, it would be a wild shade. But I really think it's an Oni. Because we weren't at 50% sanity for sure. He should hunt. Unless that crucifix actually trips him up. What would be most disappointing about this is if the lights just turned off without us hearing anything. Am I hearing a hunt? No. I'm not hearing anything yet. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Man, disappointing. Okay. I think we're just going to... We tried. We're just gonna call it. Because, I mean, we could probably wait for a while. And not hear anything. Unless... Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe he burned up the crucifix and that's why we didn't hear anything. But either way, I think that is definitely an Oni. If it's not an Oni, then I'm just not good at this challenge. Alright. Yeah, because it's definitely not a shade. So it would only have been Oni or twins. I've not seen any twin interactions. Which doesn't have to happen. Guarantee, you know, it's not like it has to happen. But with the sanity drop and the other stuff, it just seems like an Oni. Please? Okay, good. We did it. Man. We got our nice little, we got 10% for Blood Moon. $45 extra, and we get our 5,000 on top of that. So not bad. Got the new motion sensor. But yeah, that was crazy. I hate that challenge. That challenge is the worst. Like, I think there are very few challenges that are worse than that one. One of them that comes to mind is the apocalypse draws near. That one is in prison, I think, and you're basically in apocalypse settings. That one also is terrible. I like to do my investigations. That's part of what's fun for me, is figuring out what the ghost is. having time and equipment to be able to do it. When you don't have the equipment, it's just not as fun. But we did manage to do it. We got 3 out of 3, and I'm pretty proud of us for that. Nevertheless, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/Lear27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Lear27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. All right. I'm actually going to do a couple of things before we swap over. One is, now that I fixed this, I think I should be able to put this back up, because I know we had it on this setting originally. So, and yeah, it seems to be just fine. I think it was just trying to do too much before, and now we got it fixed. Also, I want to buy the new, oh, we can get, ooh, Firelight. Oh, no, that's 47. So let's upgrade this. All right. Was there anything else? I think that's the only thing. We almost have all tier 2 items unlocked. We only have, at level 49, we'll have all tier 2 items unlocked. So that's super nice. Looking forward to that for sure. Let me just upgrade this real fast. For no reason whatsoever other than because I can. But anyways, all right, so let's go ahead. It is now time to swap on over to Orwell, which was actually the original purpose of the stream tonight. This was just a makeup because I felt really bad that I had such issues on Tuesday. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to get you guys a video up on YouTube and Rumble. So we'll have that going. Let's go ahead and get our info uploaded. I'm going to go ahead and open this though. And then we'll update all the stream infos. Orwell, ignorance is strength. So I actually was last night playing the first Orwell. Not really playing. I was getting all the achievements on it. Man, there is some interesting things with that, the achievements that you got going on there. Okay, let me get these updated right quick. I think this should be good. Okay, one more thing. What do we do? This. Okay, so that should be done. Should swap over to Orwell. That should be done. That should be done. All right, so everything should be nice and happy, hopefully. Let's see. Yes, okay. All right, so it looks good. We are sounding good, I think. All right, so where did we leave off last time? I think, oh, that's right. So Karen had just got blown up at the Circle Mall. So we knew that the Circle Mall was going to get exploded, and Karen got caught in it, and I'm pretty sure Raban is going to use that against us. So, oh boy, we're going to hop in and see how bad. Our advisor was happy with our actions, but I suspect that that there's going to be fallout from this. So, all right. I had 2 volumes going. This one's fine. All right. Now this is a little bit better of a volume. All right, maybe even a little bit louder. Okay, I think that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and enter in. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people, as always. All right. It always takes like just a couple of minutes to log in. It's fine because it gives me coffee time. And coffee time is important. Everyone needs some liquid sleep. All right. I'm excited. So yeah, With the attention he had gained, Raban Vart tried to publish a provocation aimed at the Pargesian president Kassart. So that's what we were trying to stop last time by 6 p.m. And we managed to do it. We wanted to get Levine Vart arrested, that was Karen, to distract from the provocation, but she became involved and injured by a bombing at the Circle Mall. We were able to stop Raban Vart from releasing the provocation against President Kassart. So I'm pretty sure he's going to use this against us, but that's what we have managed to do so far. And then at the end, we like dragged all the information we could onto these people. So they have all kinds of interesting photos and who knows what's going on. So let's continue. Episode 3, Synthesis. Oh boy. You're back again, just in time. We have need of you. You managed to prevent Raban Vart's provocation for ever being published. A good effort, and one that bought us time. In order to take advantage of the situation, Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Triflith and meet Kassart to calm down the situation permanently. Raban Vart might have taken a severe blow, but he is far from giving up. Instead, he fired shots. See for yourself. I'm not surprised. I kind of expected this. War is inevitable. They are out to discredit me and bring down what the People's Voice stands for, but we are stronger. I may have lost this battle, but the war is not over. We will fight back against the traitors Kassart and Blaine, who own this manipulative government apparatus designed to keep us under control. The government of the nation will have dragged my family into this conflict, and I will not let them get away with this. I'm still here, and so is the People's Voice, and we are loud. We have a strong group of supporters who are loyal and will help us get back on track. Know thyself, know thy enemy. We will fight back with a completely new People's Voice, resonating a kind of strength never before seen. I hereby declare war on the government of the nation who are trying to enslave their own people by manipulating the media. Down with the government, down with Kassart and Blaine. He declared a state of war against the cooperation of Kassart and Blaine. All right, let's see what else we got. We might drag that on. National Beholder. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills one. Okay, let's read about that. The third terrorist Bonton strike in Bonton targets the Circle Mall despite investigative efforts. One person killed by the explosion, 3 others hospitalized. Delacroix refused to give a statement. Yesterday evening, the Circle Mall in Bonton was hit by yet another terrorist bombing. Around 7:21 p.m., an explosive device detonated within the building, instantly killing a man and severely injuring 3 other persons. The interior of the mall was heavily damaged. Due to the attack, the Ministry of Security has ramped up police presence in the Bonton and Farview area. Catherine Delacroix, head of the ministry, is expected to come under fire from the media after previous claims that safety and investigation measures would be sufficient to prevent any further attacks. Delacroix has refused to give a statement, but the entire Ministry of Security is under pressure to present investigative success and to bring the perpetrators to justice. And then I think there was another article on here. That was the wrong one. There was another article on here. Yeah, this is Harrison from the first game. It's his opinion article, right? So we've read that before. What other headlines we got? Movie release. Okay, we also read this one. This was about the movie that was endangered, you know, that had about the movie poster being released and stuff. Bunch of drama that doesn't seem to be related to anything we're doing. All right, the People's Voice admin panel. What are we doing? Oh, wow. Removed contributor status from user Ilya. Removed contributor status from user Daniel. Removed contributor status from user Shan. Wow, really? He's being vindictive. We're dragging that. I feel that's important. Would it be that our actions caused a bit of trouble among the ranks of the People's Voice? Good. Oh boy. Man, we definitely caused some trouble. I am not afraid of you, okay? Daniel Buchanan. Okay, Raban, things are getting out of hand with the people's voice. All of these personal insults against you flying around on Blabber and your spiteful articles. We're long past the point of no return. We're no longer a group of journalists with thoughtful and considered rhetoric. Instead, the site has become a mouthpiece for an egocentric maniac who declares war against governments. I will not put up this anymore. I quit. You were such a coward. You always have been. Now that we finally see our influence growing, that our voice is being heard, that changes in the air, you just run off and quit. I should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand this heat. Just another bag of air that chickens out whenever things start to get really interesting. I wonder, Daniel, that name sounds familiar. Was that, oh, okay, no, that was David. Okay, I knew it started with a D, so... Shannon says, seriously, Raban, insulting our staff? What kind of leader are you? What kind of journalist are you? You have long stopped uncovering the so-called truth. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. You are no better than Cassart or Blaine or the others you keep criticizing. Count me out. I'm done. I will not put up with this. Grow a backbone, you cowards. Don't worry, I'll take away your contributor status. I don't need you anyway. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you're against me. You've been in my way far too long already. He's just burning all the bridges, man. But he has no contributor status. Like, that's so weird. Man. He's just like, forget everybody. All right. Well, I think we drag that he has declared war. I hereby declare war. War. Can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Agent, this has to end today. Vart will no longer undermine the peace, and neither Pargus nor the nation. If it's war he wants, we can accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Vart doesn't dare to dream about. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day tasks of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They had the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this would not do for us. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. So we found a way, as we always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project, the very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. Oh boy. Like, we know why those safeguards were put into place. They were put into place because they, in the first game, they thought it was not good for people to have this much power, because if you drag the wrong data chunks in, you can get people's lives totally screwed up. Behold, the influencer, the centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. Oh boy, I wonder what this thing is. Influencer, that doesn't sound good at all. It sounds like we're about to make some drama of our own. It can spread a story through social media channels efficiently and thoroughly. And I am putting you in charge of it. Oh man, I don't want this much power, man. First, we need the thesis, a key statement which Raban made in his latest article. Okay, so we gotta have something. Okay. The government of the nation have dragged my family into this conflict. Is there something else we can do? I think that's the only one we have, right? The government of the nation have dragged my family into this conflict. The government dragging his family into the conflict? They should have clearly opposed Raban's actions and nothing would have happened. Well, we will counteract this claim accordingly. Let me set that in the influencer. Okay, so the government has willfully dragged Raban Vart's family into the conflict. Well, here we go. Here's how it works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which can be used to counter Raban's statement. from pairs of data chunks that create a certain context. Together, I can construct a narrative, which can then be spread in the influencer. So, find me data chunks to construct a narrative from which the thesis set in the influencer, with the thesis set in the influencer, new data chunks may be discovered in old documents or call transcripts. Take a look around. All right, so it looks like we got a lot of work to do. Wow, 380,000 listeners. Okay, so we got our work cut out for us. All right, my nose is all itchy today. Let's check out the reader first. What do we got here? So anything from the bottom up. All right, I am not afraid of you. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you're against me. You've been in my way far too long already. Believes the editors and the people's voice to be his enemies. Okay, that could be. Arrest rec. Oh, wait, what? Did we actually arrest her? Yesterday, misappropriation of funds. The suspect was severely injured at the Circle Mall, which had been demolished due to a bombing. The suspect's involvement in which is being investigated so far has shown that the suspect was using her phone to call her husband, Raban Vart, and no connection to the bombing attempt could be proven. She was taken to hospital, where she currently remains and is unable to be questioned for the time being. Okay, I don't know that that's relevant. Let's see what we've got in emails. I will not allow you to threaten the reputation of the people's voice. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, that sounds pretty good. So I think the editors and the fact that he was threatening Karen, right? Raban Vart is becoming more and more paranoid. He senses conspiracy and danger anywhere. This serves him right. All right. We seem to have an issue. Okay, let's wait for OBS to reconnect. It's having an issue here. Hopefully it does reconnect. Okay, it reconnected. I hope we don't have a similar issue like we had the other day where it just randomly disconnected and reconnected multiple times. But for now, it's okay, so we'll continue. We may be able to use this knowledge to our advantage if we find the right context to put it in. Alright, so we need to go back to where he's threatening the editors, right? It's this one. Let's see. Believes the other editors to be his enemies. Let's use that. Raban is becoming more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. Yes, we can use that, but not enough on its own. We need a good context to put this into. Okay. All of these, well, Raban's stuff is online, but everybody else's is offline. I guess we have to use that other data chunk. There's nothing else. Alright, so we have to use her arrest record. The fact that she was on the phone call with her husband. Okay. So, oh, we gotta add that to Karen's. Let's do a different picture too, because that one's just weird. Alright. Raban truly had some remarkable timing with his call to Karen. It's a tragedy what happened there yesterday. Don't think I don't care. But if this had to happen, we might as well use it for a good cause. He sees his wife as a danger to his work, and then she gets arrested out of nowhere. One could draw conclusions from that. Why not help the people along a bit with it? What do you think of this? Okay. Blame on Raban. Did Raban Vart sell his wife Karen to the cops to get rid of her? Leaked chat protocol shows he had seen her as a threat to his work. Oh man. It looks like the stream is being a butt. I'm going to... Let's see. Let's let it reconnect. I don't know why it's misbehaving. We're gonna fix this though. Don't you worry. All right, as soon as it comes back up again. All right, good, 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 good. It came back up. All right, so since this is the second time it's happened, I am going to try and restart OBS. So the screen is going to go blank again, but I will be right back. So don't worry. Give me just a second. I'm going to stop OBS and restart it. So hang on. All right, so hopefully it will be back and hopefully it will be behaving. If it continues to go down, I might have to stop the stream. I don't know. Or I might just, I don't know. The technology stuff annoys me. Like, anyways, let's continue. Agent, the first narrative is ready to be spread through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influencer window and confirm. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We'll only get very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. However, I should probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever, and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors. Alright, so blame on Raban. Did Raban Vart sell his wife Karen to the cops to get rid of her? Leaked chat protocol shows he had seen her as a threat to his work. Oh boy, we're about to do a bad, aren't we? This is not going to go well. Let's go ahead and get that out there. Profiler not function during. Oh, okay. It's doing its thing, right? Data is spread. Let's see what we've got. All right. Where is the bottom? Fight. I did not and would never manipulate my wife to walk into any trap. Whatever information or interpretation of such you have, it is false. The first information spread by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of truth, isn't it? What? I believe we pulled the right strings there. People have swallowed the bait, as you can see on Blabber. We had some good impact on his listener count. I have no doubt Raban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he's up to before he is actually publishing it, so he can prepare our next narrative beforehand. Okay. People's Voice, you told your wife to go to the Circle Mall so she would walk right into this trap. You're a monster. Blame on Raban. Of course not. You're deeply misinformed. Why was your wife at the Circle Mall yesterday? Did you order the bombings? No way. I do not have to answer to you. But I shall tell you this much. I have nothing to do with these bombings. You might want to point your finger at a certain corrupt government. People's Voice, why were you on the phone with your wife when she was at the Circle Mall, Raban? Please don't tell me you are responsible for these bombings. They're not happy. Alright, destroy the media monsters. We will always fight back. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk, out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As for now, I shall call them media monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. Believes his family members to be loyal to him. Could be. What else do we got? I think that might be it, so let's drag that. Alright. Let's go back to Raban's profile. Alright, we're doing so much harm. His family is loyal to him. Oh, please. I wonder if Raban believes him what he writes there. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Raban wrong, for himself and for the public. Agent, get me pairs of data chunks for which I can construct narratives that we can spread. Pay attention to anything we might use to put Ilyar Karen's loyalty to him in doubt. Oh man, there is so much that I've already had doubts before this even happened. So, let's see. What do we got on his desktop? What do we have? Event log. Okay. Computer. We definitely need this. This is Karen's computer. We definitely need this. Okay. Ilya is calling. Oh boy.
Brother, what happened to Karen? I don't know what to say. Why was she even at the mall? Out of all the stores, why was she right next to the bomb? I'm just trying to understand. Do you know anything?
This is not a good time.
It's okay. I understand. Sorry.
No, I don't think you understand at all.
Oh
You
boy.
don't even have a glimpse of how it feels when the one you love is wounded in a senseless attack. I can't even be there for her. Yet here we are, feign concern and immediately question what I know. Why? Ah, I see. You must have read it too. That I called her right before the incident.
Raban.
It
Oh
is true.
boy.
I called moments before. What does that mean to you, dear brother? She was there against my advice. To
That's
track
true.
down this impertinent army woman. Karen wouldn't listen. She just pressed on and ignored me. She
That's
suffered
true,
the
too.
consequences because of it.
How can you say that? She suffered the consequences of not listening to you, her wise and all-knowing husband.
What did you say?
How dare she defy the great Raban Vart? She was there, helping her patient, and you have no compassion. You are more concerned about being...
How do you dare say that?
Oh man.
She is my wife.
Well, how dare you try to blame her for getting mixed up in all of this?
You insolent pest.
Oh.
You have done nothing but snub me ever since we left the encampment. I've had it with this crap. For the record, if you hadn't kicked me out of TPV, I'd quit.
Go then, finally. You never cared for our cause anyway.
Huh. Wow. Okay, that's... Man, there is so much juicy information. That's crazy. Administration log. Banned access from phone. Okay, so we have Ilya's phone. Let's drag this on here. We got to get the best information. All right, what are we doing? What did we... Oh, yeah. So this is when, from the first game, when Initiate hacks the website and changes that. It's kind of funny seeing how the games are running in parallel. All right, what else do we have? All right, so she has her PC. Let's see what we got in private. Saved protocol, Raban. Hey, lovely man, how are you today? Hey, not so good. What happened? I stood in the lunch line for 1.5 hours, and then there was nothing but bread left. You know, I'm not at all fussy with food, but after not having any lunch for the last 2 days, it stresses me out. The guy at the food handout told me to piss off if I didn't like it. Oh my, you have no idea how to stay calm. It makes me furious even hearing about it. I have no idea how you stay so calm. It makes me furious even hearing about it. I would have exploded a long time ago. The guy at the office canteen talked to me like that. I'd get him fired. You know, you can't compare this place to an office canteen. I know, it's just, how is it even legal to treat people like that? Calm down, love. I don't mind people being butts. They're just stressed out themselves. What really bugs me is nobody gives a crap about anyone here. Everyone is just trying to get by without being hungry or tired day by day. Hang in there, darling. Never forget, you're a real hero to others and to me. I love how you always want to help me, but please stop saying that. It makes me uncomfortable. You're far too modest. You should be proud of what you're done. Anyway, not much longer now. I can't wait. By the way, I have picked a location. I think we could have a beautiful wedding ceremony at Botan City Park. I just wanted to keep it small and in the open air instead of renting a huge venue and making a big fuss about it. Plus, I think it'll make for some really nice, serene photos. Anything you want is fine for me. But Karen, you are sure you want this, aren't you? I'm getting the feeling I've been rushing you into something that might not be good for you. Raban, come on, you didn't rush me at all. It was my idea. Do you want this? If you want it, I'm absolutely sure. I love you. Okay, so that's in conflict with something. I don't know. Yes, I love you too. Then let's do it. Oh boy. All right. What else do we have? Rehab council. Was there anything else in there? I don't think there was anything else in there, right? Okay. So, what about rehab council? What do we got in here? All right. Case report patient number PR 34207. All right. Psychological report. Final report. I am Karen Levine. I have been working for Bonton Rehab as a clinical psychologist since February 2010. My specialist field is a psychological trauma. Full details of my qualifications and project history will be provided separately by my employer, the Bonton Rehab Council. The patient is a Pargesian refugee with whom I have been treating since February 2011. Does it say who this is? Raban. Okay. Where he was treated for symptoms of PTSD, traumatic events, and severe injury that caused the patient to lose his ability to walk in his home country, coupled with his recent immigration to the nation, are the major contributing factors. The patient was initially very unresponsive and reclusive, even apathetic in therapy sessions. Occasionally, the patient would even switch to a rather aggressive tone when I pushed too much towards him, revealing details about his experiences and emotional state. This is probably due to the difficult conditions of living in the refugee encampment for an extensive amount of time, which is very much in conflict with the patient's personality valuing strong individuality. Okay, that might end up being useful somewhere. Around the summer of 2012, the patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to become more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more, though he was still trying to keep conversations superficial. Throughout the sessions, the patient had been opening up more and more, and I feel like we have been making tremendous progress. In addition, the patient also seemed to be much more appreciated by fellow camp residents. As of writing this, I am unsure whether to attribute the change to the effects of the therapy or to external factors. Although the patient seemed to have made a lot of progress during the past months, I strongly recommend to extend therapy and would like to keep him under close observation personally to ensure the progress achieved by the patient so far continues and to determine the exact cause of the change in personality. I will therefore file a request for extending therapy by 6 months. Okay. What about this one? Is this Ilya? Yes. Okay, so same intro here. The patient immigrated to the nation in February 2011 as a Pargesian refugee after his brother was involved in a school bombing, losing his ability to walk. I have known and treated the patient since that time. While being very shy and unwilling to talk about details of his experiences for several weeks at the beginning of therapy, the patient was slowly becoming more outgoing and open after several sessions. His optimism and overall social and friendly character, as well as a tendency to look at the bright side of things, has helped him a lot in getting through the psychological trauma of the hardships he and his brother faced back in Pargas. As the patient slowly opened up, he especially emphasized his heroic escape from military service in Pargas at multiple occasions. Okay, we haven't discovered that conflict yet. He also seemed to become more and more interested in myself and my private life, making it difficult for me to maintain my professional distance as a therapist. I also talked to him about his brother and his increasingly reclusive behavior, urging Ilya to assist his disabled brother. So I think even here, Ilya was like, I just feel like he's been interested in Karen the whole time. The therapy is regarded as successful, and I am happy to dismiss my patient as largely recovered from his symptoms. However, I feel it would be very important for him and his brother to leave the refugee camp as soon as possible in order to maintain their mental health. Okay. What about the trash? Beautiful Dewhurst. Dewhurst is the nation's most multicultural city with beautiful cafes and markets from all over the world. It's a beautiful place for young couples and singles to enjoy an adventurous, open-minded lifestyle. There are lots of beautiful spots in Dewhurst. The classical-style town hall, built in 1780, is definitely worth a visit. The most popular photo spot in the scenic fountain of Dancing Putty. Dewhurst provides you with restaurants, cafes, and small diners with dishes from around the world. Don't forget to try our famous Dewhurst hot dogs. All right, so it's like a flyer. We can't click on anything, but yeah. Interesting. That might come in play later. All right, and then we have Ilya's phone. What's his gallery? Is him winning at cards? Is that... I don't know. Cassie. That's Cassandra from the first game, so he knew her. Huh. Interesting. Interesting how these ties together. Hey you, this is to Karen. Hey, what's up? Just wanted to see whether the website I set up for you is still running. Okay, so we read this message. Okay, but we didn't see this. Okay. Hey, Ilya, not here, okay? Okay, sorry. So then this was sent a few days later. Karen, I don't know what to say. This was sent today. I'm sorry. I want to come visit you, to hold your hand and tell you it's all going to be okay. But I don't even know where they are treating you. And Raban, I don't even know where to begin. I wish I could swap places with you. I'd do anything. Why am I even writing this? All right, so Damian Morgan. Hey, dude, didn't find the chance to congratulate you yet. What an epic win. Congrats. Thanks, it seems unreal. Ilya Vart, winner of the Hob Major 2017. Sounds good to me. Yeah, sure does. Know what sounds even better? Dewhurst. That's what. What's up with that? I'm out of here. Straight on my way to Dewhurst. Very soon. Oh, wow. We're going to miss you, man. But I'm really happy for you. Best of luck. Thanks, Damien. Now, she had a flyer for Dewhurst in her trash. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like they're plotting something behind the scenes. It just seems weird. And then here he is talking to Cassandra. I'm so sick of this place. How do you keep up with this, Ilya? Every time I see you, it seems like nothing ever troubles you. I'm holding on to my dreams. You know, one day I'm getting out of here. I can feel it. I'll only do the stuff I want to then. Huh, I didn't think you'd be the one to call it quits so easily. Nah, it's not that easy. Truth be told, I often dream about quitting, and not just quitting, but getting out and away from my brother. Wants to get away from Raban? From everything and everyone, but I can't leave him. He needs me. I feel ya. I can't imagine how. Just look at that Xmas party photo of you on my phone. You seem so carefree. Your parents are crazy rich people. Nothing should be worrying you. Crazy which butts more like. We argue about the course of the company constantly. Blue hair. What are you even thinking? You don't represent the values of the company with blue hair. It's always the company all the time. I get it. My brother can be like that at times. That's ugly. I thought they were kind of nice. For the cameras only. Ilya says, if you hate it that much, why don't you go then? How? It's what they call the golden cage. Life is nice and they feed you with silver spoons, but there's no getting away. Not from family. You can't run from a name. Yeah, right. Cassie, what would you really like to do if you could just walk your own path? Art. Definitely art. Always love that. I know it sounds kind of dumb. Doesn't sound dumb to me. Keep dreaming one day, perhaps. Yeah, if lightning strikes me or something. When was this sent? I'm so curious. July 16th. So this was like a year before basically stuff took place here. That is so interesting, man. All right, and then he has as his wallpaper Karen. So he's definitely interested in her. We have tracking, e-ticket. Your e-ticket wallet is empty. We have Karen's phone number. That might be useful. Okay. Each one of these takes 10 minutes, so we got to be mindful. What else? He's got list. Never forget, ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. Okay. That might be something we need, but probably not right now. All right. Okay, so there's definitely some potential information that we need to drag. So what do we want to focus on? Raban Svart's family has always been loyal to him and will remain. So what is the most damaging of that? That's not going to be helpful at all. Patient was very initially behaved reclusively and apathetically. Maybe could be useful. I don't know. What else would be good? I think this thing with Cassandra is good. I often dream it wants to get away from Raban. That could be good. Let's go ahead and drag that. Alright. Not surprising with a brother like that. I could make something out of this, but we need a little extra to dramatize the story more. Alright, we can get stuff to dramatize it. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Triflith. I feel like they must have had this game in mind when they were making the other game, because this article also appeared there. I don't know, it's so funny how it just matches up. Anyways, we know why he's rearranged his meeting. Alright, so we don't have anything there. We gotta go with listener and insider. Ilya, you have done nothing but snub me. Belittled Ilya Vart since they left the encampment. That's this is gonna be good, so we're definitely gonna do this. Perhaps a past transgression of some kind we don't yet know about. No wonder that Ilya dreamed of living. Let's make something out of that. Give me a moment. Okay, so what do we have? We now possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raban after he has published his next article. We need to bide our time for the moment. Use that time to dig for more narratives. Give me everything that could be of use. Alright, so we have this traitor of the people, Ilya Vart, editor at the People's Voice, wanted to get away from the blog and his abusive brother for a long time. Alright, so what else do we have? I don't know. I don't know if those are good. Let's see what else we got. She pressed on it, ignore me. Thinks Karen brought the incident onto herself by ignoring him. Maybe. Could be good. Now this is downright heartless. And then he talks about loyalty. Yep. Okay. What else? Okay, so that's all of the phone, the listener stuff. So we're gonna have to get it from here. We gotta figure out what to do from here. Let's look. Optimism over. Okay, so that's about Ilya. What about Raban's? Patient was initially behaved reclusively and apathetically in a refugee camp. Strongly intended to observe Raban Vart personally. Maybe, I just don't know if that's gonna be what we want. I feel it's gotta be one of those lines though, right? Because nothing else can be dragged right now. Because we've gotten all of these phone calls. So which one would it be? Was there anything in the notes? Is just Uncle Simos. I mean, it's talking about the family. Maybe that would be useful. We could try it. Did we get some more stuff? I think it just... Okay, yeah, he's got an uncle now. Alright, what else do we have? It's gonna have to be one of these. I think we could have a beautiful wedding. Bonton City Park. I love you. We don't have the conflict. I feel like there's gotta be something on her phone. It just seems like there's gotta be something on her phone. But we can't get into her phone because it's offline. Sad. Okay. But I feel like that's where she's gonna have a text or something that's in conflict. So it's gonna have to be something about Raban. This is Ilya. Let's look at Raban's. So what do we drag? Intended to observe Raban Vart personally. Patient. Why don't we try this? Patient behaved reclusively and apathetically. We need to drag it to Raban. We have very little data to work with. One related document. Considering the trauma he endured when his school got bombed, this comes as no surprise. All right, article discussion. Okay. I knew you liked our therapist. You know, I also look forward to those sessions with Karen every week. Lucky for you, the way she talks about you, she seems to fancy you. She always treats me like a child. So this is from 2011. Ilya, stop it. Our situation in this camp is terrible, and we are being treated like animals. Yet all you can talk about is your dumb crush on a therapist. Karen fancies me. She doesn't like me one bit. Oh, that's the conflict with that she loves him. But this was, I mean, I don't know if she loves him now. She doesn't like you one bit. It's her job to be nice, and she gets paid for it. So snap out of your daydreams finally, will you? Do you realize we have no way to get out of this place and live a normal life anytime soon? We might rot here for years. We can't go back to Prava, but I also cannot stand this camp much longer. It makes me sick to even think about it. We have to find a way to escape the refugee camp at any cost. Uh-huh. That could be interesting. We drag that along with the fact that they married. Getting out at any cost. Yes, this could definitely be useful if backed with the right fact. We know where that fact is. Let's finish reading this, though. Raban, I knew the situation right now is bleak, and you have been through a lot, but there are brighter times ahead. We might be here for a while, you're right, but we can try to make the best of it. I mean, it's not like people here are completely cruel. I'm sure we'll be allowed to leave the camp someday and live a normal life again. As for Karen, well, if you're not interested, mind if I take a shot? Maybe I just need to prove to her I'm not a child. I sometimes wish I could share your naive optimism, brother. All right, let's see. So they married. Maybe. Let's see if that's the right fact. Very picturesque. Maybe you could find a photo somewhere. Maybe. Let's see if we can find a photo. I'm not sure. What else do we have? Let's see. Actually, hang on just a second, guys. I will be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right. All right, so what else do we have? Karen fancies me. She doesn't like me one bit. Is not sincerely affected. See, if we drag this in, it may or may not be true. She's probably mad at him right now. We're definitely doing a bad here. Their love is but a fake. How sad. It's missing a piece to let Raban really doubt her motivation, though. Oh. Remember, you are still able to dig for more narratives, so you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you're ready, spread the narrative that seems the most promising to you and the influencer. We only get one chance here. Okay, so he released his article, I think. The media monsters have no chance against us. The people's voice will always fight back. I will not let them destroy my family. My dear wife is and always will be on my side. In the dark caves of the Endless Information Network, they lurk, out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them media monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures, who cannot be considered human, are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. I am heartbroken about what happened to my wife at the Circle Mall, yet they claim I sent her there. I was to blame. The only reason she was involved in this was because she was too committed to caring to one of her patients who was working there. Yes, it is true, she was talking to me on the phone while this horrific bomb went off. But all I was trying to do was talk her out of seeing her patient and get her back home. I know one thing for sure. While I am left in distress, fearing for my wife's life, they cannot and will not tear us apart. My family members will remain loyal to me, as they have always been. You're a bit, like, not seeing the truth, my guy. What else do we got? War is inevitable. What other things can we drag, I wonder? Oh, now he's the editor. Oh wait, no, he was always editor-in-chief. That's just we don't really need oh, we already submitted that, I guess. Is there some new information? We've already submitted all this. What exactly is it we have that's still here then? Maybe there's some link here? No? What about here? We already read this. Anything else that we can click on here? No, I don't think so. Okay, now it goes away. There must have been something we hadn't clicked on. All right, so what else can we do? Is there anything? Let's look at this. His optimism and overall social and friendly character. Optimistic, good-natured. He especially successfully fled from military service in Pargas. What would we do? He has a tendency to look at the bright side of things. Maybe? We could possibly do that, but... Okay, we took care of this because we dragged the conflicting statement. What else can we do? There's nothing we can do with this. I feel like that would be... Maybe there was something on the listener. No. It was like an old article, right? Wait, this is a new article? They're out to discredit me for bringing down what the People's Voice stands for? No, this is... What? Is this a different article? War is inevitable? It's like the same article? Article discussion, arrival. Alright, so there's nothing else that we can add there, right? It's gonna have to be something from here then. Alright, what else can we do? Let's look. Became happier and more outgoing mid-2012. Okay, maybe we do this. Okay. Ron got better all of a sudden. Something important must have happened at the time. Intended to observe him personally. Okay, let's see. How awfully caring of her. Or maybe not. Considering she didn't even like him, and she intended to observe him, we might be able to get Raban to doubt Karen's motives. So how does that sound? Alright. False marriage. Karen, wife of Raban Vart, admits I married Raban because I wanted to observe him. He was very unstable. I mean, he's acting very unstable. Let's do this one. And see what happens. Oh boy. Here we go. How is this gonna play out? I feel like this is not gonna go well. I'm waiting for something to explode. What do we got? Reaction. Your wife should be ashamed. Marrying people who went through traumatic experiences just to keep them under observation is completely psycho. This is complete BS. There's no way my wife would ever have done anything like that. You have no right to judge my private life, so back off. Happy with what you have achieved? Attacking Vart's marriage was a good idea, very personal. I believe many of his followers took this to heart. Raban has taken a blow, but he is not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he's up to. What he's up to writing. All right. The uprising against the government of Pargas has begun. The angry crowd in front of the presidential palace in Triflith is growing. Raban is one to thank for this. Fake marriage is a fabricated story distracting you from the truth. We are going to win this media war. People's Voice, pretty funny how your wife only sees you as a psychological research project. I'm sure that her research on delusional sociopaths would be groundbreaking. The only delusional one here is you. The blabber trolls will not be able to intimidate me. Seriously? Your wife married you only to keep you under observation? What a psycho. Do not insult my wife, ever. Oh boy. The media are trying to distract you from the truth. Blaine and Kassar are conspiring against us. Why is the focused attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bonton is threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country? Is it not weird that he is meeting Cassart, who is throwing him a military parade, supposedly due to a negotiation meeting? The answer is this is BS. Negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. This is what you should really be worried about, you mindless idiots. All right. So here's another one that we can send out. Another thesis. Falling back into old habits, are we? Vart is trying to shift the attention to Blaine and Cassart's meeting. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity for him to back up his conspiracy theory. Reports say there are already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the two are meeting, attempting to stall the talks in the name of the People's Voice. We cannot let this claim go unchecked, or the situation there might escalate. Not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I'm certain you can get me enough information to let me construct our own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind, we have to hit Raban Vart hard this time. Very hard. We must break his follower base. Oh boy. Alright, so our thesis for this time is that Prime Minister Blaine and President Cassart are meeting to conspire against the Pargesian people. So what can we come up with to dispute this, I wonder? Let's see. What's Karen got on her timeline? Dear friends, I am heartbroken to inform you that my daughter Karen passed away 2 hours ago. My family and I are deeply troubled and sad to lose such a wonderful, admirable, and kind-hearted person. It is hard to say how we will be able to go on without her. I cannot stop blaming myself. If I would have been able to convince her not to enter that fake marriage with Raban to change his refugee status, she might still be alive. It still devastates me even more that she broke all contact with me after that. This refugee scum is the worst thing that ever happened to her. Oh my condolences, Elizabeth, to you and the whole family. I am so sorry for your loss. This is so horrible. Poor Karen. But how dare you blame Raban for this? I can't believe she's gone. I understand that you're hurting, but I can't believe your comments. How could you blame immigrants for Karen's death? She would be devastated. Oh man. Oh man. What do we say? Broke contact with her mother. There's an unknown data chunk there. What else do we have? That's wow. All right. Wow. All right. So Karen is passed away. I know. Such a tragedy. Okay. What do we got? E-ticket. One adult. Ticket type one-way Botan Transregional. Where are you going, my guy? Huh. To Dewhurst. Okay, that's gotta be important, right? Right? Bought a one-way trans-regional train ticket for one adult. Is it? I feel like it is, but I don't know. Let's see. What is this one? Her mother Elizabeth opposed her marriage to Raban Vart. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drag this. It could be good. So she is the daughter of Elizabeth Levine. Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen professionally counsels refugees. Okay. What's in the news? Elizabeth Levine for mayor? We don't have her as a special interest person, right? Alright. I stand for the nation's values. We will never stop standing up for our values. Although Elizabeth sadly was not elected as mayor, she won't stop to promote and uphold the values that we all hold dear. It is not yet clear whether Elizabeth will be involved in Hillbury politics in other ways, but one thing is certain. We will stay loud and proud and stand up for what we stated on this campaign website. The National Beholder, the nation's most important newspaper, held an exclusive interview with Mayor candidate Elizabeth Levine. In it, Ms. Levine emphasizes once again the importance of traditional values. Read the full interview with the Beholder's Jeffrey Paxton here. I will do that in a minute. Elizabeth Levine endorsed by Catherine Delacroix. We're proud to announce that our campaign has been endorsed by Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix. In a statement, Delacroix said, "My parents were from Hillbury and is the city I grew up in. They would appreciate Elizabeth Levine's work very much and the values for which she stands." Delacroix further announced that she will support Elizabeth's campaign with funding and marketing. The party stands by the Levine family. We are particularly proud of Maxwell Levine's efforts as a lawyer in Hillbury, as well as Karen Levine's great endeavors as a psychological counselor. The party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. Elizabeth, her husband Mike, and her two beautiful children are true treasure for this town and the whole nation. Receive financial support from the party. All right. Born and raised in Hillbury and only having lived abroad for a few years studying, Elizabeth Levine knows every nook and cranny of our beautiful town. She was always one of the most valuable parts of our community and is now aiming to make it truly great again. The decline of our local small businesses and traditional values has to end, Levine stated in Monday morning's Hillbury Public Radio News. We're looking forward to an exciting election campaign. It's time for change. All right, let's check out this article. Jeffrey Paxton interviews Elizabeth Levine, who is currently running for mayor in Hillbury, the city typically seen as an indicator for the trends of the next nationwide elections. TMB says, "Miss Levine, you announced your independent candidacy for mayor of Hillbury a few weeks ago. What prompted you to run for office?" Levine, "It's been my heartfelt wish to make Hillbury a great place again. As it stands, Hillbury is one of the wealthiest communities of all the nation, with one of the highest happiness ratings." Levine says, "Oh, it is." And TMB, "What exactly are you going to improve then?" She says, "Well, of course, if you just look at the raw numbers of average income and such, sure, Hillbury appears wealthy. But truth be told, Jeffrey, beneath the bright and shiny appearance is deeply troubled and suffering city." So what is it suffering from? Well, we have imported a crisis due to the policies of the previous government. The nation allowed a huge influx of immigrants from Pargas and other countries. Hillbury was a popular place for relocation. The party has since limited immigration nationwide. A great effort, I must say. But this doesn't cut it for Hillbury. We are citizens of the most iconic city of the nation's borders. We are a symbol of the nation's values. Values that these immigrants don't respect. Our citizens don't feel secure in our town anymore. So it is our job to defend these values. Hey, Corsicant, welcome in. Welcome in. If the stream cuts out, it will be back in a moment. I don't know why. It's just having hiccups tonight. I'll have to check it afterwards, but I will pause. All right. What do you plan to do exactly? What can we expect from Mayor Levine? I will make sure this beautiful town stays absolutely safe. All the encampments in and around Hillbury will be abolished and cleared out, with the residents sent back to their countries where they belong. I will uphold the laws and rules that have made Hillbury great in the past. I will lower taxes and see to it that companies in Hillbury truly thrive. Well, it's obvious that your campaign is primarily based on a hard line against immigrants. In that light, don't you think it a bit peculiar that your own daughter is working as a professional counselor for those refugees you're trying to send back? My daughter Karen is a kind hearted person who assists all different kinds of people with any kind of psychological problems from all over the world. Yes, there may be refugees among them, sure, because my daughter doesn't discriminate. In any case, you can rest assured that my daughter Karen stands firmly behind me, as does my whole family. Supports her mother Elizabeth Levine's position. Broke all contact. Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. That's definitely a thing where we can shift it to our view. TMB says, but not only does your daughter specialize in refugee counseling, she is also engaged to one, none other than Raban Vart, who is the author of a blog that is highly critical of the government. For sure, you must be aware of that. And Levine says, these are nothing but vile rumors, pitiful lies. I assure you, simply made up to question my credibility, most likely by the very same person you just called out. You said it yourself. Raban Vart is critical of the nation and its government, and he won't stop at any falsehood. Did you know this impertinent person invited soldiers into a school? Which then was attacked because of his actions. I bet this is news to you, Jeffrey. Yes, I've done my research. Have you done yours? My daughter is doing no such thing as marrying him. No such thing. But she did. Oh boy. Alright, what else do we have? Let's check out this. Alright, so meet Elizabeth. Family is the foundation for everything. That must be Karen when she was little. All right, Elizabeth Levine, mother, lawyer, philanthropist. Elizabeth was born and grew up in Hillbury. Her family has been living in this beautiful town for many generations, giving her an expertise and a personal insight on local issues that few can compare. Elizabeth spent some time outside Hillbury studying law in Boynton from 1975 to 1981. She graduated with honors and soon after decided to move back to her beloved hometown. Elizabeth then started doing community work for Hillbury, which she is still involved with to date. She volunteered and was very active in National Cancer Society, raising funds and helping cancer survivors in an extraordinary devoted way. Instead of going into corporate law like most lawyers, she dedicated herself to public service and worked as a prosecutor for Hillbury City Council. Her passion for law and order is ongoing. As a devoted family person, Elizabeth has 2 children. Her daughter, Karen Levine, who is very successful as a psychological counselor in Boynton, and her son, Maxwell Levine, who is a well-known lawyer in Hillbury. Okay, let's add that. It seems that investigator you're paired with got the Boynton bombing's perpetrator. I'm impressed. Oh boy, we got a listener. Know that I stand with you? Raban, I could not help but notice you seem under a lot of fire from all sides most recently. But even some of your most trusted followers are turning their backs on you, but not me. You have been through some dark times before, as you have trusted me with. Remember how you told me that Ilya got your parents, Anastasia and Milovana, in deep trouble, and you saw no way out? And here you stand nonetheless, because you have pulled through. I'll see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear back from me soon. Huh. Hey, Everett, welcome in. How's it going? Got his parents and Pargas in trouble? That could be interesting. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. We have more stuff. Let's see. What about issues? Our children are our future. Our culture must be preserved. We believe that this is only possible if we keep immigration and other potentially disrupting factors to a minimum and spare our children as well as our community from threats like these. We therefore believe it is important to close the Pargesian border to prevent any further immigration. The traditional family as a unit is one of the most meaningful constructions of our society and is tremendously important to preserve and protect it in any possible way. Elizabeth Levine stands for this in particular and holds this value very dearly, especially being a mother herself. It goes without saying that same-sex marriage is unnatural, should be forbidden by law. We also believe so-called Planned Parenthood is child murder and should be treated as such. Let's fight together to stop this lunacy. Education is one of the most important factors for the development of society as a whole. We support schools, teachers, innovative ways of education, such as homeschooling and alternative schools. Medium and small-sized businesses are the heart of Hillbury and the backbone of our economy. We work very hard to support our local businesses by offering funding, opportunities, and real estate for rent, especially for local businesses and shops. Okay. Is there anything else on here? See, I don't think that's true. I don't think Karen supported your work. I'm just saying. I think that's probably propaganda, but I don't know what we do with that. We got some headlines. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Boynton bombing suspect shot on the run. Boynton Police Department announces new prime suspect in Boynton bombings case to have been shot while attempting to escape arrest. So this was where Nina was shot. I think she was killed, right? Yeah. Her death will be released as soon as possible. So it's interesting how it ties into my original playthrough. Alright, so we got to figure out what we drag next, because I feel like we need to come up with something for this. Prime Minister Blaine and President Kassar are meeting to conspire against the Pargesian people. What can we come up with to disprove that? I'm not sure. Let's look and see what we've got. Now, we could put this in. The party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. Receive financial support by the party. I feel like... I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. Let's look at what else we got. The interview. She's a kind-hearted person. Sheltered the Pargesian army in the school. I mean, we could say that. I think we have already said this before, right? Oh, we got a related document. By that, Vart may have drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? You know, I wondered this exact thing when we found out about this, like, in the first day. He deserves to go down, and so he will, by our hand. Wow, she's like on a vengeance streak here. The Pargesian army will protect Prava Secondary. It has been done. In light of the conflict brewing with the FDP, I have managed to make a deal with Oleg Bakay, whose unit from the Pargesian army will protect our school. Made a deal with Oleg to protect his school. I assure you that your children will be safe. I hope this helps convince you not to take your children out of school. This sounds a bit drastic. The National Army seems to have the situation under control. I appreciate the effort, Principal Vart, but I'm not convinced that having a unit of Pargesian soldiers around the schools is a good idea. Are you sure this won't draw more attention to the school? Exactly. I assure you it will be fine, Jelena. I would never do anything to endanger my pupils. They are as safe as they can be at my school. Thank you, Mr. Vart. I appreciate your efforts to keep Prava Secondary safe. So yeah, he made a deal. That's definitely important. So this is why Oleg and Raban met at the school. They had some kind of protection deal going on. Sounds extremely dumb to me. This may prove to be very valuable indeed. The only thing missing is a questionable reason for Raban having chosen to do it. Okay, what can we come up with? Why would he have chosen to do this? Ilya got your parents in trouble. Maybe that could be something we do. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is gonna help or not. In what kind of trouble? That's what I'm wondering. Alright, save Pargas. We need to stand up and resist. The Kassart regime was never interested in protecting the freedom of the Pargesian people. More and more opponents of our government have been arrested, and we have to stop watching and start acting. The Pargesian people will no longer sit and watch their country being taken away from them. We have to start resistance against Dimjan Kassart and his authoritarian administration. Okay, that was the news, right? Oh, since the forces of True Pargas have been getting more and more violent and inciting unrest and bloody protests, we would like to address them personally in an open letter. Dear members of the FTP, we are all Pargesians. We all love Pargas. We all want change and freedom for our country and citizens. We have the same goals and same dreams. So why are we fighting? Cassart and the corrupt government are laughing up their sleeves at us, not even being able to form a stable resistance against them. Please let us stand as together in unity and resist the government peacefully. We organized a new collection of signatures from the Pargesian people in order to request a new referendum against our current government administration. For the pen is mightier than the sword, and violent wars will only be left with losers on both sides. We urge you to stand beside us, not against us. Unfortunately, we have lost many members to the newly formed forces of True Pargas, who have been increasingly criticizing our way of resistance against Cassart and his regime. We ask you to bear with us, and please do not let such quarrels tear us apart. We are only strong if we stick together and act as a group, and will not be able to cause true change if we let our differences divide us. We are all Pargesians, and we all have the same goals. Let us remain peaceful, bold, and strong. There have been many internal discussions lately about how to handle future protests and what alternative means we have to voice our dissatisfaction with the current government and their actions. We would like to emphasize the initiative Save Pargas is and will remain peaceful. Some of you are very discontent with how we've been handling protests and say that collecting signatures is not enough to fight a corrupt regime. But we do not want to get involved in illegal activities and believe that our voices are our strongest weapons. Our first meeting, we decided to arrange a peaceful protest march. These are going backwards against the newly installed president, Dimjan Cassart. He is not our president and was not elected democratically. We demand new elections. Please join us on February 15th, 2004 in Triflith. Starting point will be the King Miron statue, and we will march down Triflith up to Lake Potemkin. Potemkin. All right, so they started off as wanting to be peaceful, and by the end, they're just like not. It sounds like. All right, the message board. Since the government has recently been actively trying to silence supporters of the initiative Save Pargas and try to draw connections between us and violent crimes, we have switched to a closed message board that only members with special login data can view. Please contact Anastasia Vart if you would like to receive access to our message board. Welcome, Captain Ilya Janeway. Please enter your password here. Okay, now that's important. Alright, so now that's important. Where was that? It was on his stuff, right? You had it in notes, right? Uncle Simos. Oh, we already submitted that. Okay. Okay, so we did already submit that. Enter your password here. Anastasia Vart. Where is the uncle? Simos' uncle? Maybe we just put Simos? Maybe? Yes, okay. Captain Ilya Janeway is logged on. Okay, thread family communication. It's only visible for the following members: Malovan Vart, Anastasia Vart, Raban Vart, and him. Okay. Dear family, your father and I decided to use this digital message board for our family communication since we do not believe our telephone is safe anymore. More and more members of our community have been disappearing recently. We need to be cautious as possible. Please use the message board as primary channel from now on, especially if you mention other family members or places where we meet. There is an old abandoned board of an initiative we took part in some time ago. It should be secure and unknown to authorities. Holy moly, I didn't expect that, Mom. You two were revolutionaries. You never mentioned a thing. Okay, that could be important. It's quite bad, yeah, but do you think it's necessary to be this cautious? Please, Ilya, this was a peaceful resistance movement, not that revolutionary. Your father thinks it's safer to communicate here, as they might wiretap our phone. What is up with the stupid pseudonym of yours, by the way? Is that the one you use in those chatter rooms all day? It's called a chat room, Mother. Please, just do us a favor and stick to this message board, Ilya. And please, pick a secure password you can remember. I don't think his password was real secure. Raban, we would like you to invite you over for Uncle Simus's birthday next week. It would be great if you could join us. Very well, I'll join you in the evening after rugby. By the way, Uncle Simus wanted to invite Oleg Bakay. Just because his family lives next door doesn't mean we have to show hospitality to followers of the Kassart regime. It's too much of a risk. Okay. Let's add that. That could be useful. It seems they were once literally closer than we thought. Exactly. You're right, honey. We cannot afford to be careless here. I will talk Simus out of it. Mum, Dad, Oleg is a good man. The world is not simply black and white. He may be a soldier in the army, but he won't endanger us. I think he should come. It's a shame Kassart has managed to drive a wedge between people in our community. Sorry, son. I just don't think it's a good idea, especially not putting him next to my elderly brother, who talks very bluntly about hating Kassart and his followers. But Kay has always been overly patriotic. The police are already beginning these Gestapo-style observations, and it is scaring me. But maybe you're right. We should give him a chance. Okay. What else we got? I don't want to join this stupid war, so they're going in ascending order here. Alright, I just got a note. This is from Ilya. I just got a note telling me to report for duty by next week. I was drafted. They're coming to take me if I don't report in. What am I going to do? I do not want to join this war in this horrible army. Anastasia says, please don't panic, Ilya. We're going to take care of this. There must be something we can do. Raban, you know Oleg Bakay well. Is there a chance you can talk to him about this? I heard he's in charge of the unit stationed here. Can he help Ilya get out of this? Raban says, I will see what I can do. Try not to worry too much, Ilya. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. It might cost me a few favors and take some time, but I will get you out, I promise. He's a reasonable man. But first I need you to go report in anyway. Don't give them any reason to arrest you. That will only make things much harder. Yes, okay, thank you. Alright, so what is this one? Promise to get Ilya Vart exempted from military service by convincing Oleg Bakay. I feel like that could be important. That shows he was working deals. Ah, this may well be the true reason Raban made the protection deal with Oleg, don't you think? Whether true or not, we could let everyone know. Okay, good. We have a narrative again. We cannot spread it yet, though. Not before Raban publishes his article. Keep searching around. Alright, let's see what else we've got. Former Principal Raban Vart sheltered Pargesian army in a deal to get his brother Ilya exempted from service before the building got attacked. Alright, so let's see what else we got. Check messages ASAP. Mom and Dad are gone. They took them. They sent soldiers to our home. It was so horrible. They started hitting Dad and yelled that this was his punishment. Mom tried to fight them off, and they started hitting her too. These guys just took them away, and now they're gone, Raban. What should we do? You have to help us. Raban, please check your messages. So apparently Raban was not checking messages. His parents were abducted. Okay. So let's put that they were revolutionaries, right? Alright, so Ilya's parents were revolutionaries. They weren't members of the FTP, were they? Raban openly criticizes Kassart all the time. I doubt we can gain any benefit from knowing his parents may have done the same thing. Maybe. But what about this? They're gone? Pargesian soldiers. Okay, so then probably that's not going to help us. Right? They were Pargesian revolutionaries. I don't know. We'll come back to it, I think. And we'll see. Is there anyone else we can log in as? Or I guess... Okay, so we're just permanently logged in as him. That's fine. What else do we have? Exclusive interview. Alright, maybe we drag some stuff about Karen, right? Karen stands firmly behind me, as does my whole family. But does she? I don't think she does. So, let's see. If Raban is a... We drag this, right? Supports her mother, Elizabeth Levine's position. She's gonna say that's not true. Like, we know that's not true, right? Okay, we have to do our due diligence. We know that's not true. She broke all contact with her. With a mother like Elizabeth Levine, I could not even imagine why. Too bad. If she would have been in contact with her mother, we might have used that against her. Oh, we maybe should have dragged the other thing then? I don't know. Oh well. Alright, what else can we do? She's a kind-hearted person, but is that even important? I don't think so. What else do we have? Let's see. Is there any other information that we can drag over? Let's look. We could drag that he went to here. I don't know. That might be important. Ilya is making a run for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Maybe he'd consider staying if the news would turn out to be against his liking. Maybe. Alright, what else do we have? He especially emphasized his heroic escape. Alright, we don't have the... Okay. Optimistic and good-natured. We'll drag that because I don't know what... We're running out of things to... Ha! I'm sure this can be changed. She really wants to change it? Alright, let's see. We're running out of things we can drag. Let's look. News. What else is in the news? The party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. Let's add that. That could be something. Ha! I bet Raban has no idea about Karen's entanglements with the party, nor has any of his followers. We should let them know, maybe, but we need a little more backing if we truly are trying to put the blame on Karen here. Okay. Alright, so do we have some more stuff? I think we may have messed that one up because we dragged the wrong data chunk. Let's see. The only thing there is that she's kind-hearted. I don't want to join this stupid war. Alright, let's add this to Ilya's. He got a note telling him to report for duty next week. One related document. The army of Pargas forcefully recruited a lot of men in their ranks when the conflict with the FTP erupted anew. Seems Ilya has been no exception to it. Alright, what do we got? 1st Infantry Division in Prava. Attempted to flee from service and punished. Failed in his attempt to escape military service, followed by punishment. Okay, that's probably more likely. He got punished, Do you have any idea what the punishment may have involved? I don't know. Let's see. You can go searching for more material to create narratives from, though. Please take your time. When ready to strike, strike Raban Vart as hard as you can. We need to make this count. Alright, let's see what else we got. The big conspiracy you should know about. Blaine and Cassard are conspiring against us. The rumors that my wife only married me so she could keep me under observation for psychological issues are both insulting and crazy. They're meant to draw your attention away from something way more important than my personal life. The important question should be, why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bonton is threatened by terrorists, Prime Minister is leaving the country? Is it not weird that he's meeting Cassart, who is throwing him a military parade party under the guise of a negotiation meeting? The answer is, this is BS. Negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. Blaine and Cassart want to control our minds by secretly conspiring against the people of Pargus. Since this is what the meeting really shows and what you should really be worried about, I hereby call for a protest in front of the presidential palace in Triflith. Let's show those traitors to the people, what we think of them. Okay. No pending. Okay, so his pending article is done. Let's see. What else do we have? Maybe we drag this, that he was in the 1st Infantry Division of Prava. We might can find something. No related documents? Okay. Well, let's look at the history, maybe? Our forces have a long tradition of protecting the Pargesian country and values courageously and restlessly. The Pargesian army as it exists today was formed by General Dimjan Cassart as he freed Pargus from the oppressive Fiad regime in 2004. In spite of the successful re-establishment of peace and freedom in Pargus, evil forces still threaten the Pargesian people. The hate group Forces of True Pargus, FTP, caused a new conflict in 2006 by evoking a civil war among Pargesian citizens using hate speech and propaganda to pull the shaken people of Pargus on their side. So we've seen that before, actually. Let's see. What else do we have? I don't know if there's anything else that we can look at. Okay. The only thing we have there is a photo. What is here? I mean, let's just say this. Why not, right? Truly horrible. And then again, maybe it was all about Ilya trying to flee from army service. I mean, it could easily be the truth, but at this point, we don't have to care. Learn how Ilya Vart got his parents punished for his own cowardice, and his brother Raban covered for him. That's even worse. That's even worse. Man, this is not going to be good. Oh boy. I wonder how hard this one will hit. I'm very curious. Well, let's see. Oh, we're getting all kinds of stuff. People's voice to your brother is responsible for your parents arrested back in Pargus. Your coward brother should be the one locked up in prison, not these great heroic people. The only one who should blame for this is the government. They were the ones who ordered to arrest my parents, not my brother. It's all spread and done. Having Ilya's parents abducted as punishment for his own failure was a good idea, but I doubt it was the best we could get. Good work, but not good enough. Raban is still around and he still has a loyal follower base. So what absurdities does he dare claim this time? Okay, what else do we got? People's voice. Ilya is a loser and a wimp. Losers and wimps are people who judge others by rumors they read on the internet, find their social media profiles, and troll them. In other words, you. You have no right whatsoever to judge my brother or any of my family members. People's voice. I can't believe that Ilya would ever keep this from us. Never would have thought he could be so selfish and irresponsible. Ilya is neither selfish nor irresponsible. All he is a victim of our manipulative government who are trying to bring us down. I mean, at this point, he's not wrong. The national government kills. They kill their own people to distract us from the truth. They have fabricated yet another story about me to distract you from the really important truths. If you don't believe me, here's another truth for you. I used to be a teacher in Prava, a beautiful small town by the mountains of Ria. My school was destroyed by troops of the nation. I'd never have gotten over this horrible incident, and it broke my heart more than anything else that ever happened to me. The national government ordered the shelling of Prava Secondary. They killed those students, not me. They destroyed everything I loved in my hometown. This is what your government does to the innocent. To the weak, they kill. What did we have in over here? Bow tracking. Okay, so locations that he's gone to. Bond Central Station and Bond outskirts. Okay. All right. Anything over here? All right. So we drag this over to Raban. He's blaming the nation for his own fault. Our own army attacking a school. We're the peacekeepers. It's high time to turn things around. This has to end now. We cannot let these preposterous lies stand. We will destroy Raban Vart. You will, now. Give me something that shows beyond any doubt that the nation isn't the one to blame here. Okay. Well, we will do that, but we're going to take a pause here and do that in the next episode. What are we going to find out? Like, we already have some theories that, like, why did he bring Oleg into the school? Like, I don't understand why he thought that was a good idea. I said that from the very beginning, that this seemed like a bad idea. So we already have some good leads on what we might can say to discount his thesis here, but we'll figure out all that in the next episode. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/LeR27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description, and if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/LeR27. And I hope you join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. All right, see ya, Corsican. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna give it a we're gonna just log out. Yep, it will remember where we left off. So all right, well, that was fun. I hope you guys had fun with that. But that will of course be it for today. We will be back here tomorrow. Now, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I know we're going to be playing King's Quest 7. But originally, we were going to play Don't Starve together with Night and Math, but there's some scheduling conflicts, so I have to figure out something else to do for tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll play more of this. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it'll be a surprise second game. Maybe we'll just play more King's Quest 7. I don't know. But that will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I hope that you guys will hang out there tomorrow with me, because we're definitely going to have a ton of fun with the King's Quest 7 bit. But anyways, let's go ahead and raid Misty. We haven't raided her in a while. She's playing Schedule 1. So I've watched some people play that. It's a unique game for sure. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. Hope you had fun, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, guys,